Sorry, force of habit. Get ready for a mimicry match. My trusty partner, Mr. Rhyme, will have you seeing double. Mike, the master mimic. And Among Us. How many mimic Pokemon is he gonna have? A Thievul. Come on. All right. Our mimicry couldn't keep up. I mean, you use mimic like a pro, Mr. Rhyme. I just couldn't get our timing down right. Riri. Okay, glad we were able to get that side quest out of the way. What else do we want to do? Let's do these wormhole side quests so that we don't have to worry about them later. This is a 1, 2, 3, 5 star. Okay, let's just use the best donut that we have because I don't know how strong this is gonna be. Canary. What's zappin', fam? You want to be a kinetic? Come join my crew. Join me, join me, join me. Tasteless fakery. The real Canary would never beg so shamelessly as that, Pops. Should have known you wouldn't have been fooled, Gwen. Tarragon. Now, hold on. What about people who just think she's neat? That sounds like a fan in my book. You think we should accept the bandwagoners? Ugh. Whoa. That's the real Canary. I guess. All right, Gwen. Let's switch places. Let's go, Scrafty. All right. Canary, you know I'm the truest kinetic. Ah, G-Volt, but I understand that your charms deserve to be shared far and wide. Just remember, my fans are important to me, but not nearly as important as you, G-Volt. But we shouldn't dupe people into being fans with a hollow Canary. You hear that, Pops? Here, you both get something nice. More color options for her tracksuit. Nice. Oh, don't do that. Let's see what this one is. It looks like it's Golisopod. But, whoa, that looks freaky. Yeesh. All right, let's see if we can do it in 1 minute. Oh, this is a bee drill. Okay, so that's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. Interesting. Well, we checked out what they were. It's not what I thought it was going to be, and not something that I want to try again. Okay, we're gonna have to climb this entire thing. All right. I think I see it. Clearly, I need to make more donuts after this. Yep, that's a sign I definitely need to make more donuts. So let's do that now. Now let's try that side quest again. Vinny? How fortunate to find you here at this particular moment. I'm here for a business meeting with a regular associate. In hyperspace? Philippe and Corbeau. Feels to us that Quasartico isn't paying their fair share for our hyperspace survey work. This is going to end up being a battle. Same time, the number of distortions we investigated, this undertaking has required far more manpower than we budgeted for. Sounds like your problem. Hard work tires people out. And what better way to show the appreciation than a little cash bonus? Noted. However, any changes to the budget would require buy-in from our stakeholders. It's not something I can make happen right away. To ensure that you still had a city to redevelop. Now, I understand we all want what's best for Lumiels, but talking's getting us nowhere. Okay. However, allow me to nominate my associate here to join me. Why me? I love how the answers are very much your inner monologue. Like, why me? Why is it always me? Got him. That was a worthy battle. Loss is a loss. We'll let the matter of cost lie for the moment. I will do my part to help the syndicate's finances and tightening my belt, so to speak, in reducing personal costs. Please rest assured that I will work with our stakeholders to iron out a new budget proposal. After all, we are counting on the Rust Syndicate to carry out these investigations for us. Guess I'll dip into my personal savings for a bit to make up for the shortfall on our side. I hear you can even get a hair done like mine at the salon these days. Go nuts. I'm actually curious how many. Now I still have nearly enough gimme gold coins. You. Oh, yeah, it is this guy. Cool. I was thinking about trying my hand at romance genre next. I'd love your assistance. To be specific, I'd like to ask you to put the following Pokemon in your party to show me. Fairy and Dragon, okay. Huh, a second alpha. I think I can do that. Let's see, we've got a fairy and an alpha. We have a dragon who's also an alpha. This is a dragon that's also an alpha. Can I find another fairy alpha? Okay, let's talk romance. Sylveon is in love with Noivern. Noivern is in love with Gudra. Gudra is in love with Clefable. And of course, Clefable is in love with Sylveon. It's no mere love triangle, it's an endless love loop. What do you think? Brilliant, isn't it? How romantic. Oh no, wait, this won't do. An endless love loop offers no resolution. I do have one other idea, I suppose. It's a bit more involved, but you'll hear me out. Okay? Once, in the city of Lumios, there existed two competing schools dedicated to martial arts. One was founded by Gudra, distinguished by hard, unyielding strikes. The strike was known as the Path of Tawny. The other was founded by Clefable, specializing in fleet flowing movement. The Way of John. Both schools put their desire to become the strongest above all else in life. Their members vowed to have nothing to do with the other style except in battle. All who followed the path of Tawny were bound to view the Way of John's followers as mortal foes and vice versa, governed by that one unbreakable tenet. It was a hard knock life in the schools of hard knocks. It came to pass that a match was declared, Sylveon of the Tawny style versus Noivern of the John style. This battle would decide once and for all which school was strongest. Everything was on the line. Whichever school was defeated would be honor bound to disband. Yet the two Pokemon selected as the school's champions had a singular problem. They were in love. They had broken that one rule that must never be broken, meeting in secret outside of battle. One night before the fateful match was to be held, Sylveon and Noivern's eyes met. They knew there was but one option. Together they fled into the night. So begins their thrilling story of love on the lam. Their very lives on the lines as they flee pursuit. I have to admit, my own experience with romance is limited, so perhaps my novel will lack realism, but I think that it will be a tale for the ages, don't you? Sounds like a mix of Cobra Kai and who knows what else. No, I'd better get it all down on paper so I can submit my manuscript to Lumio's press. I can't thank you enough for your help. You will come through with that blurb once it's a hit, yes? Sure. Alright, who else? Why are they always up on the roofs? Rotom? There's only one Pokemon with a body made of plasma that lets it infiltrate appliances. We're talking about Rotom, of course. I see you have a Rotom bone. Rotom bones are very valuable after all. There can't be an infinite supply of them. There aren't enough Rotom in the world for that. Rotom phones are amazing, yes, but Rotom truly shines when it enters a household appliance. Want to battle different forms of Rotom as it possesses various appliances? Sure. Rotom Showcase. Yeah, let's do it. Trainer Lions. Heat Rotom. Heat Rotom. That's the name for a Rotom when it possesses a microwave weapon like this. Heat Rotom is an electric and fire type. And look, it's no longer a ghost type. In this form, it can learn the move Overheat. If Heat Rotom's happy, your food will come out crisp and juicy. If not, it will be burnt. If you can't stand the heat, Rotom, get out of the kitchen, right? Could you feel the heat from the heat, Rotom? Next, Wash Rotom. That's what we call a Rotom that possesses a washing machine. I'm awash with excitement. Brother. Wash Rotom is an electric and water type Pokemon. In this form, it can learn the move Hydro Pump. Just thinking about it pumps me up. It's very considerate. It'll only start washing a load of laundry if you've added detergent to it. But there's always risk of it flooding your home. Wash Rotom got totally washed out. I bet Wash Rotom washed away any doubts you had about it. Coming up, we've got a Rotom that has seized control of a lawnmower. Mow Rotom. This is the moment we've been waiting for. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Line. Rotom Mow form. Mow Rotom is an electric and grass type Pokemon. In this form, it can learn the move Leaf Storm. The only question is whether you have a lawn big enough for it to mow. It swaggers around as it scatters grass clippings everywhere. What a mischief maker. Mow Rotom got mowed down. Mow Rotom's mowing power is most impressive, huh? Next in line is Fan Rotom. That's the name for a Rotom that has taken over a fan. How fantastic. You are challenged by the Pokemon Trainer Lion. Pokemon Trainer Lion sent out Rotom. Very cool. Fan Rotom is an electric and flying type Pokemon. In this form, it can learn the move Air Slash. Since Rotom understood voice commands, by ordering it to use that move is a breeze. But it's also quite the prankster. You never know when it'll blow your important documents away. Alright, one Rotom left. I'm sure Fan Rotom absolutely blew you away too. And last but not least, Frost Rotom. That's what Rotom is called when it takes over a refrigerator. That's so cool, it gives me chills. You are challenged. And there's Rotom. Yo, I'm still paralyzed from the last time. Frost Rotom is an electric and ice type. In this form, it can learn the move Blizzard. It wreaks havoc by freezing everything around it. That doesn't really sell you on it, huh? By the way, I hear Rotom's forms have something to do with its special motor. I lost my cool, so I can't think of any puns. I was such a motor mouth talking up Rotom that I hardly noticed the battle had ended. In the Galar region, you can find Rotom hard at work as Drone Rotom and Rotom Bikes too. But remember, Rotom is a prankster to the core. Rotom's antics, while it's inhabiting an appliance, can be difficult to keep under control. A trainer like you would probably have no trouble mastering all its forms in battle, though. That's why we're happy to present you with a catalog you can use to change Rotom's form. Very nice. Try using that catalog if you ever catch a wild Rotom somewhere. I'm sure Rotom will take on even more forms as new devices and appliances are invented. In other words, Rotom's possibilities are endless. Infinite Rotom. What an inspiring idea? Inspiriting?